something to break the egg. So yeah, we'll go what we had. Yellow Submarine, I mean, we didn't have the best Spectre game. It could have been a lot better what it actually was. But I mean, we can all agree on that. The Spectre didn't really shine at any phase of the game, and I was waiting for it. He was persistent, at least. He tried. He tried to get back in. He had those moments that maybe I should help my NP and make an E-blade, so when he gets chronoed, I can save him. But yeah.
For this series, right? Or at least the second game. You know that the natural pairing after Void will be the Snapfire. So going for Phoenix as your kind of get your pick is pretty interesting, because naturally, like you said, the Snapfire is the counter to Phoenix. So if the Snapfire is in that support position, it just allows for that kind of little shred of the egg play to exist. Of course, if you're a core Snapfire, you're not always in the correct position to deal with egg, so I can maybe see why they would still want to go Phoenix in that kind of respect. But it is interesting that they kind of didn't show the respect towards the Snapfire, and they still are going for their own setup. But again, it's not about the first pick for Yellow Submarine. It's about like the next three heroes, in my opinion. It's the ability to go find fights, to go make plays. Because when you have Centaur, Rubik, Oracle, these type of heroes, they're very static. They kind of exist. So I'm really excited to see how Yellow Submarine do adapt. But will mudgolems go for Viper? Will Yellow Submarine ban Viper?
Do you know what else rhymes with Viper, or at least has the same kind of color?
Oh, I was gonna say sniper, but then you said color, and I'm like, sniper's red.
Actually, true. You actually responded to the first thought correctly, but then I was like, I meant to say the color green. But yeah, that's our sponsor, Monster Energy. Cheers to that. Classic sellout, but
you gotta do it. All right, Yellow Submarine do ban out the Monster Energy that is Viper.
Viper Energy.
Oh god, I don't think they'd want to align themselves with a hero, right? Not a lot of people like playing Viper, so.
But the ones who do have fun with it.
I guess. Will Yellow Submarine, like, okay, so this is a difficult position when you're second pick, because if you don't set yourself up correctly, opening the second phase is often quite a challenge, because you're like, well, what am I revealing? Is the Phoenix a 4 or 5, even a 3 arguably? Like, this pick kind of does show a lot. And naturally, teams like to pick their 5 in this position, but again, like I said, due to that Phoenix, they need to decide what they're doing, and the counterpart to that is if they pick... Okay, hold on. Okay, if they pick a hero that doesn't have that good control, it does open up for punishment for like these more mobile heroes, for example, especially when you already see one bird, you pair it with a second bird, bird have wings, bird don't have that good stun, you know, suddenly the embers are on the cards, the co-ops, all these heroes, the value goes high. Even a Storm Spirit, for example, we see Borneo play some exceptional Storm Spirit. But I can see why Yellow Submarine do want to have the double bird, is because against the Void, now with Chrono, you have Curse, you have the Cold Embrace, you have Egg, you have so many ways to save from this big spell, this big team fight, that you can prolong, be defensive, and then take the fight after once the spells aren't up. But the key issue is they don't have this kind of map presence. They're not swarming the map looking for fights. It's very static. And now I am worried that Yellow Submarine 2 games in a row are basically accepting that they are going to play on the defense, wait for mudgolems to be over aggressive and try and punish it. But they don't really have a lot of damage, but they do have the defensive mechanisms to, you know, cause a rebuttal, but they're not really killing anyone. They're just kind of going, shoot, go away, I don't want to fight you. Oh wait, you don't care? Alright, come fight us. You're gonna kill us, but it's fine. We stopped you for like 5 seconds.
You're standing still, you're kind of practicing with your judo master with your battle stance. You're kind of like, how do you stand correctly? You're getting ready for it, but then you never actually get to use it. So unless the enemy actually comes at you, you will be prepared. But I mean, this doesn't always apply to Dota. Like when you have a defensive strat, but you don't play it defensively, then you've done a mishap somewhere. But yeah, these heroes definitely allow you to be a tiny bit more cautious, keep an eye open. we're not playing too aggressive, so we should be more reactive and responsive to what the enemy is going to be doing. And also the core players who are not rotating between lanes, especially if we talk about the early mid-game phases, is you know that you can't go too deep into lanes, for example. Talk about like if this Snapfire with this high damage output, you've got Centaur catches one good stun. If you're too far away, no one can help you, so you always have to keep that in mind, that your position as a core has to be super important as well. I know I talked about like a million different things there, but still. You're
10 seconds remaining.
Are you yeah, you're grinning at the axe, aren't you?
Remaining.
Mm. Mm. The double birds.
Radiant team back.
Imba spirit.
Mm.
Dire team back.
Mm. Mm.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Mm.
Radiant team back.
Mm.
10 seconds remaining. Dire team back. Radiant team pick.
I can hear I can hear it from the way you're putting it out, because it kind of sounds like, and it feels like when you're looking at these drafts, that you've built this really big castle like piece by piece, but if you start chipping it like one piece from there, one piece from there,
10
it doesn't
seconds
fall. The walls will always stay. The towers will still be there,
5
but you need to
seconds
demolish the
remaining.
entire goddamn castle if you want to win this team. But if you take down one piece, you're fine. They can keep on going. What? Mm.
Dire team.
Oh, yes.
Sky Wrath Mage.
Oh, whoa. All right. Yeah, yeah. Yes.
Like, the way that mudgolems play right now and
10
draft is,
seconds
like,
remaining.
when Milan was in Chaos, his hero pool, we'd have to
5
focus
seconds
around because he
remaining.
had a very, specialist hero pool. And I don't think we ever fully got to the point of fully understanding how to enable him correctly. But in this team, he has this priority that allows him to have, like, the best Shadow Demon game, the best Earth Spirit game, a pretty good Sky game. Because, for example, in this game, if you cold embrace a target, bam, Sky damage, boom. See you, buddy. Thanks for playing, And there isn't that kind of constant aggression that I've mentioned already. So if mudgolems, they just keep running at you, this constant damage, the void, the ember, the sky, pair that with the centaur stampede to disconnect, like, it's so hard for your submarine to ever stand at an objective and defend it, because right now they don't have that natural core that wants to stand there. Acts as an initiator, reinitiator. Spectre, again, same thing, he haunts in. The double birds, not a lot of praise going towards them, the little flappy boys, but
Yeah.
They don't do it either. Wyvern stands there. So like right now, their mid pick needs to be this active counter to Ember, maybe
like last
a
game.
Monkey King type situation. But
Maybe
that's way too.
maybe a Nature's Prophet that is
Wait,
actually
Monkey's
global.
trash. Don't do Monkey. Oh, what are they gonna
Maybe
go?
NP that is actually global.
Choose your
Leshrac
hero.
maybe. Boots of Travel Lesh maybe. Is that the tool? Is that the tool?
Maybe. Okay, so Leshrac is one of the few heroes that if you have a good lane, you can set the pacing. But I don't wanna be the old the Debbie Downer here. But it doesn't matter if the Leshrac could have a good lane. You got 2 birds. Like,
Oh my. Alright, we're just stuck with the 2 birds. This is
no, because okay, like jokes
Okay,
aside,
okay.
it's about the idea that when Leshrac wants to make moves, objective-based moves, he needs to have his team behind him. So think about the key timings in the game, right? 5, 10, catapult waves. There isn't a moment where the Spectre, the Axe, want to really play that aggressive up until they have, you know, maybe like the Manta or the Blade Mail Spectre. You have the Axe with a Blink Dagger. So now you're looking at a 15-minute timing. But Leshrac, his best window of the game is 7 to 15 is like his real get your moment where he can just leave laning phase and be right in your face the entire time. So when I'm saying 2 different timings on Yellow Submarine, where Leshrac, his best timing is pre-15 and then all the other cores are post-15, there could be a big disconnect in the team where they all just have to accept they have to mutually farm. So I am very worried that this Leshrac could just be kind of out on an island, having to make these plays by himself, supported by 2 birds.
I mean, if you think about it, I wouldn't mind being on an island with 2 birds.
I shall not.
Fair play.
Report.
Just saying.
If you're, yeah, you do you, brother. Oh, they're paused.
I mean,
of course they're paused.
Especially when that one you on the island is Leshrac. It's like the best combination that you can find or like look for. But I understand your concern.
Thank you. But the concerns are over now. You know, the concerns are present in the draft. Now we're in the game. You have to basically, that's the good thing, right? You have to ignore your concerns and then now just talk about the game. That's as if the draft continues. Oh, this is gonna be hard for Yellow Submarine. It's gonna be rough.
I like the way
okay. Sorry, I just wanna you know clarify.
Yes.
My concerns are very much echoing from game 1, which is like the ability to get to the point where they get to play out their draft. To be very clear, so for Yellow Submarine, it's very
What is happening in this game? Suddenly, they take 4 and lose none. And they go for Rodell. They get their first Roshan.
Their spells are up, Panda, that's why. Mudgolems, they jumped in, very aggressive, and the key thing here is Boromir, he got he got locked down, and because he died instantly, you don't have this constant chip coming in, and the egg, everything just worked well for Submarine there, so Mudgolems with a slight misposition, especially for Boromir, who's played so damn well. Him dying at the start of this fight, it completely unlocked Submarine just to take it. And also you have the Haunt just picking apart the supports. Like, you don't want to play Skywrath Mage into Spectre, you know, 30 minutes into the game realistically, so he really is going to have to find a way to survive through these games, fights.
Was an interesting moment there in the top side of the map. There was Collapse and 33. Both are going left and right, and then they're coming straight towards each other. And Axe goes for the call, and Centaur blinks away, and TP's home. He's like, all right, I've overstayed my welcome.
That's like a 6-7k net worth swing. Oof. And this is the type of lineup for the Submarine where if they get one more fight in their favor, then it becomes very much a cool. Mudgolems have to play for that call and have to go, if Haunt's up, we can never take a fight, and it's going to be Yellow Submarine's game to lose, taking that, you know, that fight B, like I mentioned earlier.
Quick reactionary play there, but nobody to be found. What is the cooldown actually even on that? That's like 40 seconds. All right, so you can do it a decent amount of time. So Collapse will get to blink a lot more frequently than that. Milan is out. Stampede is used, but Centaur will be caught with the rod. Does get the blink off in time. Still being chased up by the rest, and Faceless Void is around. Collapse finds 33. 7 seconds for blink. Misses the call. Is he actually going to dodge all of these? No way. No way. All right, there's the stun.
Bye, buddy.
That was 2.5 seconds away from a blink dagger, but 2 pick-offs for Yellow Submarine.
Yeah, Yellow Submarine are hitting their stride. Mudgolems is kind of like,
I mean, I'm just looking
placed on their aggression. Go on, sorry.
I'm just looking at these graphs, and it feels like somebody opened the amusement parks maybe a bit too early. That's a long water slide.
Yes. Big splash, but Mudgolems, the splash is only because...
Do they get the big splash is the question.
2 meters
How far is that?
They're trying to play so wide on the map. Like, you see Yellow Submarine, they're a defensive lineup. They have decided after 30 minutes of play where they're trying to go aggressive, all they need to do is play on the defensive like I mentioned earlier. So now because of that, they get to find these like lone Mudgolem heroes who are trying to be super aggressive because they've been allowed to for the last 30 minutes. And now, rather than running into like 1 or 2, they're running into 5. And that's where you don't have to use one for a pickoff because the kills are literally coming to you. And if I was Mudgolems right now, I'd be very scary because they've not been able to find that perfect window to punish Yellow Submarine. And now these items are kicking in. Abyssal Blade on Spectre, Net's going to be Nullifier, Leshrac, Octarine, and Bloodstone. Like, it's so goddamn tanky, and an Aegis. Like, this is... I didn't think I'd be saying this, but Yellow Submarine, they got to the window of the game where they can goddamn take it.
Is the 10-minute timer up already, Seagov?
Yeah, we've surpassed the 10-minute timer. He's actually he gets to play Dota 2 this game.
It's been around 78 minutes or so, and Yatoro finally has a game for himself.
So does Toronto. This is it. Submarine have got their timing. This is very, very scary. Mudgolems with a couple plays where put him in a bad spot. He goes for, Skeeter was going for Skadi, then decided going for MKB. Okay, respectable. He's one. Not both.
I like the positioning here from Yellow Submarine, taking that high ground advantage instead of playing it from the right side. Knowing they have the Aegis, they're very comfortable just taking that high ground for themselves. Collapse is just waiting for the call, when to call Mudgolems.
Well, this is one of the best positions to play when you're in this, when you're pressuring this tier 2. You have that high ground vision behind you, and you just support your Leshrac correctly. And this is the nice thing, when they get to this objective, taking time, Leshrac with Aegis, he has to walk up with Edict. If you ever jump him, suddenly Curse, Egg, Cool, Haunt, like it's so scary at this point of the game. And I'm so surprised, honestly, to see Submarine actually get here, because I thought mudgolems as a team would be able to pick apart this type of draft, but damn, Submarine, they get some really good chain kills in.
While Lapsy goes for the straight blink call onto the snap on onto the back lines, they've also taken the snap down, but they've also taken down Moran. So they've already lost to Yellow Submarine. They get the Winter's Curse, and Moran, he's all alone. Where is his backup? Where is his friends now? And here comes Skinner. Can't even get the crow. He almost walks in with a jump, and he finally lands it onto the ground. That's Toronto, Tokyo. He will live through it, and they just burn it all the way back. 33 is out. Skinner has to back away. And the buyback at Bologna. He does have one remnant to jump with, but does he have more? No, he doesn't. 20 seconds without a remnant. You are gone. You're done for. He tries his best, but his life eventually runs out. And Yellow Submarine, I've been praising these guys for a bit, and finally I can be proud to say that they are in the lead for the first time, pretty much.
The double birds.
The
I
double birds.
I didn't think the double birds would be able to beat the golems, but they're doing it. Wait, I lied.
But Skitter is still up and running, so it's Fada and the buyback coming from Ember Spirit Colony, and this is a chance for mudgolems. If they can get the catch it, they take down the axe, and axe is going to be a really big pick-off for them. Can they get more? Because this is going to be very punishing for Yellow Submarine. Feeling a bit too overconfident this time. And Lesh is out. 3 heroes gone. We have totally jinxed this game.
It's the fight
God
B.
damn it, Yellow Submarine.
Fight B. Fight A good. Fight B bad.
Fight B bad.
No. In all seriousness,
Even ogres understand when to give up.
that is a double buyback though, from your Ember, from your Centaur. So even though Yellow Submarine did lose another fight B, that second fight after the big fight, they did actually have to use a lot of resource here. So mudgolems, they have to force out at least one buyback here. Leshra doesn't even have buyback, so this could be scary.
And then this is actually the same as in game 1, because mudgolems were ending the game when they had 0 buybacks up, when Yellow Submarine still had theirs, but they didn't have the NP to defend them that time. Now they're lacking several more heroes. Skitter holding the front line. He's got Satanic, pops it up, regens up, and backs away. He leaves the tier 3 tower up, but they know they have a 5-minute window with no glyph if they want to go for a quick push play. They don't have to do it now, but they have 5 minutes, so they've probably written that up somewhere. Do you actually write some of the stuff up? I mean, every team doesn't actually do that. Some teams do.
Alright, this is where you gotta give a big shout out, I think, to Kezu, because he is like the goddamn best player for typing up every single critical timing for a game. You know, like Roshan, Spell, like he's, you know, on the ball for it. And personally, I think it depends on how keen I am on winning the game.
Yeah, I guess like if you're in super focus mode, you see a buyback come in the middle of the team fight and you're a support player, you'll literally just write that time up in your brain and you're like, all right, we've got 7 minutes and this is exactly the time, the second. So if this really goes down to like a 3-second push to end the game, we can do it because it doesn't have buyback. That guy who did the effort for the research for it is the MVP.
Well, the key thing as well is in a competitive game, you're not really, you know, pinging items, typing, it's a lot more verbal, right? So it opens up your text chat to be useful. So simply selecting time and pinging like Spectre is missing is translated in like Dota talk to be Spectre's buyback, right? And then during the downtime, someone can write it up, right? So I think that's the main difference, where in a pub, it's very hard to have these timings cleanly done outside of you literally typing it in the moment, because again, like I said, that text chat in a pro game, very, very chill. Unless you're OG, you're spamming your chat walls and just having a good laugh, but...
Oh, yeah.
But anyways, mudgolems, during that chat, they smoked up, looked for a pick-off, weren't unable to find it, but the key thing is, they know that right now, due to the Spectre being an absolute raid boss, they cannot hold such an aggressive position, because one horn, pick apart the positioning, axe comes in, the fight could be already lost. And mudgolems respect the fact that Yellow Submarine are now ahead in the team fights. They fail the pick-off, instantly back, retreat, you know?
Well, we can
can see Toronto Tokyo's going for a very standard item build here. I did like
the Bloodstone has actually paid off in a sense, since he... Okay, this is another game where he has like 7-8 deaths, just like the last game, but still, he's putting in the effort, he's putting in the work for it, and he's got a decent amount of stacks still remaining, so it's not too bad, not too bad. He's going for shield.
I haven't seen Leshrac pick up an axe. I also haven't seen much Leshrac, to be fair, but big fan of it. Just like you pressure roll.
Oh yeah.
It's like so much more damage coming out, especially with the void. If he jumps into in Chrono, doesn't have that BKB up. Not only are you eating through an Edict, through a Pulse Nova, you also have this Lightning Storm just chaining over the top of it. So really good items.
Yeah. And like, okay, I did not even realize. Leshrac has 4,500 HP. Like, what?
Mate, he's got the Witless Shaco.
He's got a Witless Shaco. I know, but 4,500.
Look at all
like,
of his items.
What?
Yeah, he's got the big boy items, the Octarine, the Bloodstone, the Axe. These are like, big items. I don't know why I went to that expression of itemization, but you get it. I just like this point. This is like the beauty of Dota right now. You know, 40 minutes into the game, both teams can easily win a big fight if they get the correct jump. If we get that big Chrono, but they're just respecting each other. They're pushing out lanes, playing defensive. It's like who buckles under the pressure first? Will it be the team that just came third, the open qualifier team? Like, it's.
All right, well, Roche has been started. Couldn't be any tighter than it is. 8,000 HP, 7,000 HP. Skater walks in, gets the cookie. Nice try. It's raising and chocolates, but Skater is actually dead. Goes for the buyback instantly. On the faces void. 33 superior guys in the midst of all of this, and this Roche pit is still being contested. 3,600 HP. Very big pickoff for Yellow Submarine. 33 thrown inside the Roche pit with the gobble up.
Skater's mild.
Wait for it. Just wait for it. There we go. Oh, what a stun! Very seeing on this goalie on the Ember Spirit, but still something. Lesh taking a lot of damage, but you do have to remember he's got a lot of his skill. But he only catches one. It's going to be the Leshrac inside of it. Gets her hits in, and Ram will throw in the egg. And at the same time, the Winter's Curse onto Veroni at the 30 foot cross. But the fighting time is Skitter will go. They'll take down Toronto Tokyo. Go to the fight instantly to the fight. Skitter coming through now on HP as this Vince is going to have to jump away back to safety. Veroni coming for the little jump as well. And they will take down the 33 and they will take the win. And Skitter will take it onto the faces void. So he's on a buyback right now. He really needs it for himself. They will lose the Snapfire at least. And Mudgolems instantly disengaged. They force the buybacks. Nobody has a buyback right now. That was actually 3 kills, 3 buybacks onto 2.
That was a beautiful fight though from Mudgolems, in the idea that 33 moves around the void. He hit such a large stomp on the backlines. It allowed for them to get onto this Leshrac with this this one-man Chrono.
I saw that. I saw that hammer, the hammer on the backline, but that was a 3-guy stun.
Yeah, it was beautiful, and it allowed for this fight to go well. And it's that chip damage that Mudgolems are able to use. They survive through the horn. That's the key thing. The question is, do they have anything left in the tank to actually defend up against 5 heroes of Yellow Submarine with this Leshrac just pounding at your towers? They don't have Chrono.
It's like this game, this series, there's only so few words that you can say inside a team fight because there's so many things happening all around from all these players, like especially that Havoc Hammer hitting 3 guys on the back line. I was like, alright, saw it. Okay, there's 5 half things happening at the same time. When people are fighting in the back line, we see eggs exploding, Roche is still alive, Chrono, people dodging the Chrono, people getting hit by more stuns, and it's like, what is going on? Like, is this fight even going to end at any point? It will take the Migrax, however.
But there's now a big window to play out this game because you see the fact that Axe no buyback, Leshrac no buyback, Spectre no buyback.
Got the Witch's Curse straight onto Melania, and they are surrounding him. Snapfire coming in with a buyback to Plata. Can they save him? The Aeon Disc will keep him alive, and they also gobble up the basis point. 5 seconds for the Chrono. Can he find a big one? Yellow Submarine, they're going to be careful. The calls coming in from Colapse as well. Everyone's been fucking reloads. Skitter will find themselves too, but he can't take down the Roshka. Collapse has got a call available, but he needs 3 more seconds for the blink. Milan is also going inside, and it will take Milan down. Skitter, he's in the middle. Yellow Submarine, and Skitter, he's dropping low. 300 HP. Aegis is out of the way. Paparonia coming in to intervene. Trying to save his teammate. Yellow Submarine on the run right now. The stun connecting onto the Leshrac. Toronto Tokyo. Will he go down? Yes, he will. Finally finally runs out of HP points, and Miposhka will be caught in the trees, make it at least 2 final kills, but 3 buybacks from mudgolems.
Radiant's bottom
So
tower
the buybacks
is
now,
under attack.
only Centaur has it for Radiant and only Wyvern for Dire. Phoenix might have it shortly. So if I'm mudgolems, you see Leshrac dead for 110. You gotta run it down mid, lads. You gotta get yourselves together. What do we want end? When do we want it end? Just go mid. The end train is coming. They have a DD as well.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh boy, indeed.
High ground in peril for Yellow Submarine. Skitter. Make it straight on top. And it will get the bases point to save. Very free with the stun on Spectre. The ulti from Sky comes out as well. A bit of damage here and there, but Yatoro still running through it. 202,000 HP still remaining. And the Winter's Curse connecting onto 3. A lot of damage. Collapse with the 3-man call. And they will take them 33. But he is in trouble now. He gets a backup from his teammate, but he won't live through this one. An axe is gone for 120 seconds. He is not going to be back to save his base if mudgolems decide to go all the way. And they will. They jumped onto the back line. They've got the stampede onto the Winter Wyvern. He's trying to keep onto the Miposhka, but they can't see him right now. There's a stun coming in from Yatoro as well. And one of his kisses. Look at that firepower. There's so much fire coming in from the Snapfire, keeping them away, zoning them away from the base. And the tier 4 tower also taking a lot of damage here to Sinner. And DOTA slowly chipping down this Yellow Submarine base. If they win this one, this series is going to be over 2-0. But Yellow Submarine still want to keep fighting. 20 seconds for Leshrac to be up. The first tier 4 tower finally taken down. Melee Rex is still there. Mudgolems might decide to back away here.
They have
Up
enough
the
as well.
damage.
I think, especially with the axe not having buyback, I think they're going to still be
They
confident in
might
position.
go for a quick play here, but Lesh is now respawning. And Toronto Tokyo need to be very careful here. Right now, Yatoro going for the rock, comes out the invincible blade onto the face's void, but he's got so much status resistance that he's almost fine with this. He broke the chrono to Toronto Tokyo. There's an egg in the back line, but there's no damage coming up from Skinner, but the egg will go down. They will take down the Phoenix. And Phoenix coming in with a buyback into this fight. Skinner dropping low. It's gone for 120 seconds for Anya. Trying to make a run for him along with the TP away. And Fada will take the bullet. Yellow Submarine, they hold their base alive. But how long? How much time do they have? They've got the TP boost. Lesh instantly walking back to base. Might go for a teleport play, but we'll have to see. We still have to wait and see what's going to happen. 50 minutes. Oh my god, what a game this is turning into.
They just had
be.
no damage in that chrono, Panda. They just had nothing.
They-
And now the Horde is
Milon, that's one. They can't
Run it down
find
mid,
more with
lads.
it though,
Yeah,
but it's still a
Submarine
pick off. That's
is
still
the
3
win.
heroes gone. That might just be it. That might
This
just be
honestly
it.
is it. If there's some
I can't
miracle play,
believe it.
if there's ever going to be a miracle play, Borony is going to be the one that's going to do it paired to 33. But like, they're going to have to do some like
The
out of
positive
this
side.
planet level miracle, you know? Like,
At least his Aeon Disc is now just now coming off cooldown. So if they get the heart locked down, he can instantly purge it away and still stay alive. Keep living to fight for another day. Oh boy. Oh boy. Miposhka slowly closing in. First Spirit has been spotted on the side. He doesn't know about the Winter Wyvern though. And one dodge from a stun. 80 seconds for Sky. 50 seconds for the Faceless Void. And Yellow Submarine coming inside this Mudgolem space towards the tier 4s. And maybe taking down the first one. The jump from Borania doesn't quite go through. He can't stop the Spectre machine. Here comes the blip. Still 30 seconds for players to come back alive. And also 50-second cooldown still on the buyback on this Faceless Void. So if they can just hold out for just a tiny bit longer, they need as much time as they can. Borania tries to find the time for his team. He will be able to take some advantage and some